Last week I needed a ride to Yakima. My good 170 buddy, Whit Ratcliffe, needed an IFR training flight. So I put my CFII skills to work. We jumped in his beautiful 170B and we headed to Yakima. The weather was pretty good for part of it, but he actually got his first actual IMC. The rest of the time, yep, he was loving the foggles there, or this ex-SpaceX engineer self-engineered stuff. Oh, that rain just shined on that polished aluminum strut. Now he's got to go clean it again. But before long, we were approaching Yakima. Whit started briefing up the RNAV approach to runway 27, and what was going to come after this was something special. Oh, well, good afternoon, everybody. It is a beautiful day. We are here in Yakima, Washington, and look what I have got behind us here. That is Brad Dam, Vice President of Cub Crafters, along with my buddy Whit Ratcliffe walking away. Whit was nice enough to fly me over to Yakima in his beautiful 170, which you're going to see in a little bit. We gave him an IFR training flight coming over, his first actual, and I get the pleasure of taking FX3 serial number 1 back with me to Snohomish to enjoy and share with the great people of the Pacific Northwest. This is going to be a fun month, so be sure to follow along. We're going to be posting lots of short little videos and kind of exploring just everything a Carbon Cub offers to people. We're going to do some backcountry stuff. We're going to do some urban stuff. We're going to be using it out on the farm. We're going to be playing with it. We're going to have a lot of fun. Big thank you to the men and women at Cub Crafters for trusting me with it, and I cannot wait to go enjoy it.
Well, I threw Whit in the back seat. We had to taxi over to the north side of the airport to grab some fuel. Cool view of the Veterans Memorial Jet flown by Horizon Airlines. Look at this gorgeous panel. Garmin getting us there. Whit's looking forward to spending some more time in both the back seat and the front seat of this airplane.
I always love the thrill of pushing up the throttle on the first takeoff of a new type of airplane that I've never flown, or maybe one I haven't flown in a while. And of course the FX3, so easy. Good, honest airplane on the ground. Even when you're not even trying, the performance is great. Now I was going to have a lot more performance than what I needed because I let Whit lead the way in his 170 as we were headed over to Tieton Airstrip. We were going to play on the way home with both these airplanes. So I've got the power pulled back. This is looking a lot like 170 performance, speeds, and fuel flow. You gotta love it. Before long, I was looking down, Whit landed first. I came by with a couple, rolled the wheels there just to get some footage. Climbed up here to do a teardrop re-entry. I think this was gonna be more of a high-speed pass. And then we came in for the full stop landing. That orange and gray just looking great against the Cascade Mountains. Tyson's always such a fun strip to come into. It's beautiful right along the lake. Big, long, slight uphill to it. It comes up and it kind of levels off, so that's kind of where I'm just looking to roll the tires. Not concerned about landing super short or getting super slow, because you just don't need to. And even with the Carbon Cub, slightly fast is still just super short in a lot of ways. I just let it kind of roll with the tail up here, looking good. Look at that climb performance out of that Lycoming 363 fuel injected. Now this is nice. When you're back in the woods and a lot of places we take off, there's not a good place to put the airplane down if something happens except back where you just took off. And with the FX3, I'm easily at an altitude that I could lose the motor and very conservatively turn back around and land where I just came from. Because everything out ahead of me now is just lake. Not hard to be smiling like this when you're flying a beautiful Carbon Cub. Can't believe I've been flying this airplane less than an hour and I've already tried out the autopilot. All joking aside, hey, it's such lightweight and the airplane performs so well. The autopilot really makes cross countries a lot more enjoyable, reduces the fatigue. So while I'll give everybody a bad time, yeah, I'm guilty of enjoying it too. Here we're headed to the north, just on the way into Ranger Creek, Mount Rainier off to the left, and the beautiful scenery. Out the right wing though, at the exact same place, total different topography. One of the Washington classic gems. Ranger Creek, great place to fly in, head down to the river or head up hiking both to the left or to the right. And it's a cool place because there's people out here camping that don't normally get to see backcountry airplanes. And when we land, there's 15 people over in the campground checking out this beautiful Carbon Cub. And unfortunately, no, you can't land over here in the grass. There are obstacles out there. There's holes, there's rocks, there's stakes sticking up. It is absolutely a no-go not to be on the pavement at this airport. Well, here we are at Lake 2 on the way home. We are at Ranger Creek. Let me tell you, that FX3 looks really good sitting on the ground here. Giving a little show. Got some folks back behind us. Got some folks over here camping out. It is a beautiful day and Whit is on short final. There he comes, those wig-wag lights. Man, what a great safety feature. Oh, we got chipmunks running. They're afraid of Whit's landings. There's about 5-mile-an-hour wind is all. Nice down below the trees.
couple beauties.
On the way home, we just dropped into one of our bars in the Snoqualmie. I wasn't planning to full stop it. I was just going to roll the wheels on it. Still just getting a feel for the airplane and playing it safe and conservative. It's a pretty cool view out the front. what it looks like out the right side. We got lots of trees around here, lots of vegetation, but beautiful places to fly. Real thankful for all our sandbars. Those of you who have watched my videos before know I love formation flying, and I combine it with my off-airport flying whenever I can. I was fortunate to develop these skills in the Air Force flying F-15s and then teaching it in T-38s, T-6s, T-34s. And then I really learned to polish my formation skills flying with the Patriot jet team out of Byron, California. So anytime I can form up, I love to do it. And these formation approaches, it's so fun to be the camera ship, give the flight lead some cool video of his airplane that he couldn't normally get. And I'll be honest, the guys and gals back at Harvey Field enjoy watching us come over the fence in a nice tight formation. The plan is lead will touch down, I'll do a low approach, pull closed, and land behind him. Because the legend Bob Hoover once told me, never do formation landings in tail dragger airplanes. I believe him and I won't. About speeding up part of this sequence, but Witt's airplane is just so beautiful that I'm like, you know what? That would be an injustice to it. So we're going to just sit here and enjoy flying formation at real-time speed on this airplane. At this point, I'll move it into my final position. I'm going to move in closer. I'm going to get higher. I want to make sure I'm always above his wingtip vortices, and I want to be above him because I don't want to touch down. Let him touch the ground. That's when I execute my go around. There he is. Power up. Well, let's keep going. For this approach, I'd picked out a specific game point, kind of a little bit of stole type of practice, and getting it down into low ground effect, float it along, and then pinpoint the landing.
Oh man, they can say all they want about an RV Grand. Hell no. Carbon Cub, let me tell you, what a fun trip home. We jumped over to Titan, did a couple patterns there, and then down to Ranger Creek, and just played roll the wheels on a bar here outside of Snohomish, couple patterns here. Just an absolute pleasure to fly this airplane, and it's so easy to fly. I mean, yeah, I've flown a lot of different airplanes, you know, but anybody with some just smooth, gentle hands, you can jump in this airplane and just feel really comfortable with it. And even if you fly it in the heart of its envelope, it's still so capable and comfortable.
It's been a great time. So we're going to go enjoy a cold one. We earned it today. Got a debrief WITS instrument lesson on the way over, and we'll be out first thing in the morning and giving this beautiful Carbon Cub FX3 some more fun things to do tomorrow. We'll come out and see you then. If you're in Snohomish, come check me out. Let's get you up in this airplane. Jughead's out.